Hello. We are the Group 5, and we're here to present to you the speech of Corazon Aquino. September 18, 1986.
Before we proceed to our main topic, let's talk about the person behind the speech. Who exactly is Corazon Aquino? Maria Corazon Cojuangco Aquino, known as Cory Aquino, born on the 25th of January, 1933. She was the figure of the EDSA People Power Revolution as the widow of the slain Marcos oppositionist, former Senator Benigno Aquino Jr. She was known as the Mother of Democracy, who overthrew the Marcos dictatorship. The revolution, which installed Cory Aquino as the 11th president, put the Philippines into the international spotlight for removing the dictatorship in peaceful way.
We know that you already heard the story about the People Power Revolution. But let's take a look back and have a brief discussion about history.
The People Power Revolution was the revolution that is widely recognized for its peaceful character. When the former Senator Aquino was shot at the Manila International Airport on August 21, 1983, the Marcos regime was greatly affected. Protest from different sectors was presented in different areas in the country. Marcos' credibility was also questioned by the international community. To prove that he is a democratically appointed leader, he called a snap election on February 1986.
Aquino ran against Marcos, but Marcos won in the canvassing, which was believed to be rigged. So the people expressed their opposition and protest against the regime and successfully turned the coup into a civilian demonstration.
Let's tackle about the reason why the speech was delivered in the first place.
Before the speech, President Reagan and former President Aquino discussed about the cooperation and the strengthening of the friendship between America and the Philippines.
She also want to ask for the leniency of the foreign creditors about the $26 billion foreign debt, where she believed that the Filipinos never benefited.
She want to ask for the support of the America for the Filipinos' decision in moving the dictatorship to democracy.
Now let's dive into the main topic, and here's the happenings during the joint session speech in the U.S. Congress at Washington, D.C. on September 18, 1986.
Members of the Congress, it is my great privilege, and I deem it a high honor and personal privilege, to present to you Her Excellency Corazon C. Aquino, President of the Republic of the Philippines.
During her speech, she talks about her family background, especially her relationship with her husband Ninoy, known as the leading figure of the opposition.
She also mentioned about Ninoy's sufferings at the hands of the dictatorship that he resisted.
She also discussed briefly about her new government with the legacies of her late husband.
Aquino was able to draw the sharp contrast between her government and her predecessors by expressing her commitment to democratic constitution.
During the speech, she talked about the foreign debt and asked for leniency of the foreign creditors.
Finally, may I turn to that other slavery, our $26 billion foreign debt. I have said that we shall honor it. Yet the means by which we shall be able to do so are kept from us. Many of the conditions imposed on the previous government that stole this day.
She asked for the support for moving the country from dictatorship to a democratic nation.
We have swept away absolute power by a limited revolution that respected the life and freedom of every Filipino. Now we are restoring full constitutional government. Again, as we restore democracy by the ways of democracy, so are we completing the constitutional structures of our new democracy under
And finally, she ended her speech praising and thanking the America for supporting the democracy and for helping her family during the time that they needed it.
3 years ago, I said, "Thank you, America, for the haven from oppression and the home you gave Ninoy, myself, and our children, and for the 3 happiest years of our lives together." Today, I say, join us, America, as we build a new home for democracy, another haven for the oppressed, so it may stand as a shining testament of our two nations.
Corazon Aquino's speech during the U.S. Congress was an important event in the political and diplomatic history of the Philippines, as it has a connection of the legitimacy of the EDSA government internationally.
Thank you. Questions and clarifications are welcome. Any question?
This PowerPoint presentation is created by J. Balastoy, A. Bustillo, C. Garcia, C. Simplon, J. A. Dias, J. A. Rehencia, J. Lenner, M. A. Mongas, A. Ardiala, U. Yvonne.